Stroke is the fifth leading cause of death in the U.S. Every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke, and every 4 minutes, someone dies from one. Now the good news, if you know the symptoms and you can get help fast, your chances of surviving or helping someone else can be the difference between life and death. Dogs can sense things people can't. Brianne Cassidy says 5-year-old Casper is proof of that.
He is definitely a special guy, and I'm very lucky to have him in my life.
2 years ago, Brianne was tubing with friends when she wiped out. Her head hit the water.
Almost immediately after that impact, I had a pretty intense headache.
10 days later, her headache continued to get worse. Brianne laid down for a nap with Casper.
20 minutes later, I woke up to him barking and running around the room and had no idea what was going on. My entire right half of my body I couldn't feel it.
911, what's your emergency? I'm next door at my neighbor's. She just collapsed.
At just 24 years old, Brianne was having a stroke.
We've got a team out at Issaquah that saw her at our hospital at Issaquah, and they knew that she needed to come downtown for this procedure if we were going to have any hope.
When a stroke happens, one of the arteries in the brain gets blocked. In Brianne's case, the trauma from the tubing accident had damaged her carotid artery, and a clot had formed. Too much time had passed to use a clot-busting drug, so Dr. Monteith and his team used a stent retrieval device like this, going up through an artery in her leg and eventually into the artery in her brain.
We got in there and pulled the clot out before the brain tissue had a chance to die, but it was pretty close.
And if not for Casper waking Brianne up, the outcome could have been much different.
He's the reason that I woke up that day. It's not, I probably would have kept napping for hours.
The longer people wait to get help after a stroke, the more damage a clot can cause. That's why recognizing the signs and getting help can save a life. FAST is the acronym doctors want us all to remember. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech slurred, and time to call for help.
Typically, we want to get in between 3 to 6 hours, 6 hours at most, because if we don't get in there before that time period, the stroke usually will have completed. So the brain tissue has been starved of blood flow for so long that we can't reverse it at that point.
2 years after her stroke, Brianne is pretty much back to normal and doing the things she loves, like hiking, playing golf, and spending time with friends and family. Expects to have a stroke in their 20s, but thanks to Casper, Brianne lived through it. And for that, she's eternally grateful.
I don't know if dogs can sense strokes or not, but he had sensed something and was just acting very strange for him, so I knew something was wrong. He's my hero, so, he holds a very special place in my heart.
And Casper was such a cool dog. He just stayed by her side, and she says he continues to do so. Casper was awarded a Stroke Hero Award for his part in getting Brianne the help she needed that day, and now Brianne works with the Heart and Stroke Association, raising awareness for others about those fast symptoms so that people can get help right away.
And you were saying 24 years old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just jumps out at you.
And it's unique. She is sort of a fluke case. She had that trauma in the tubing accident, which then led to the clot in the brain. But I think what it points out is just for everybody, whether you have risk factors or not, to watch out for those symptoms, because time is so important. And if you can get that help fast, it's really key. If you would like to learn more about strokes, we've got a link set up on our website. Just go to Q13fox.com and you can click on this story.